Hello and welcome everyone. It's time to play poker this time. I will I will try to speed run and finish that game. I know you know that game is it's so good and classic old game. So let's play. Enjoy watching that poker game.
Welcome to the lovely town of El Paso. Welcome to the lovely town of Amarillo. Welcome to the Saloon of Amarillo. Big blind is $4.
Fold.
Check, please.
Raise.
Oh, that's a
Fold.
Fold.
I knew I was good.
The gentleman wins $500. The lady calls.
Wow, I'm shaking.
Player checks the flop.
Check.
Player checks. The gentleman calls.
Look out for me.
The gentleman wins $272. The big blind is raised to $8.
That's a lot to bet.
The gentleman calls.
I check. Fold.
Fold.
Turn. River.
Raise, please. These are real skills.
The gentleman calls.
I fold.
The flop.
Check, please.
The gentleman calls. Turn.
Check,
I
please.
check.
River.
Check.
Raise.
Fold.
Those chips are mine.
I fold.
Fold.
The flop. The gentleman calls. The gentleman wins $488.
Fold.
Raise.
The gentleman calls.
Check.
I
I
raise.
fold.
Give me the chips.
The big blind is raised to $12. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. Flop.
Check.
I
I
raise.
fold.
All in $110. The gentleman wins $210. The gentleman calls.
Fold.
Check.
Flop.
Check, please.
I raise. I got you.
The gentleman calls.
Fold.
Flop.
Raise. Hey, I'm doing pretty well.
Raise.
Oh, that's a
I
lot of
raise.
The gentleman calls.
I'm the winner.
The big blind is raised to $16. The gentleman calls. The flop.
I'm the winner.
The gentleman calls.
Check, please.
Turn.
Check.
Check, please.
Raise.
I must fold.
Check. Man, I'm good.
The gentleman calls.
I fold.
Fold.
Raise.
All in with 112. Flop. The gentleman wins $232.
I fold.
I raise. Hey, I'm doing pretty well.
The big blind is raised to $20.
Fold.
The gentleman calls. The flop. Turn.
I fold.
Raise. Fold.
The gentleman wins $211.
I raise. Those chips are mine.
The gentleman calls.
Fold.
I raise. Fold.
The gentleman wins $317. The miss calls.
I must fold.
The madam calls. Turn.
Raise.
The river.
Hey, I'm doing pretty well.
The big blind is raised to $30.
I knew I was good. I raise.
I knew I was good.
Raise, please.
Look out for me.
The miss wins $399.
I fold.
I raise.
The gentleman calls. River.
I knew I was good.
Welcome to the Saloon of Amarillo. Big blind is $4.
Fold.
I raise.
I fold.
Oh man, I'm doing good. Fold.
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 These are real skills.
The gentleman wins $48.
I fold.
Fold.
I raise.
fold.
I fold.
Flop. The gentleman wins $537. The big blind is raised to $8.
I fold.
Raise.
I
Fold.
I fold.
I fold.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $201.
Wow, I'm
Fold.
shaking.
I fold.
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 I fold.
The gentleman calls.
Check.
Player checks.
Give me the chips.
I fold.
The gentleman calls.
Raise.
Fold.
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 Turn. Raise.
I fold.
All in with $271.
Raise.
I fold.
I fold.
Fold.
The flop. Turn.
I check.
Player checks.
Check.
I raise.
I fold.
All in $218. The winner takes $474. The big blind is raised to $12.
I fold.
I fold.
I fold.
The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. The flop.
Fold. I fold.
The gentleman wins $84.
That's it. Those chips are mine.
Sorry, I won.
I fold.
Fold.
The gentleman calls.
I fold.
The gentleman calls. The flop. Player checks. The gentleman calls. Turn. Player checks.
Wow, I'm shaking.
All in $136. Split pot. The big blind is raised to $16. The gentleman calls. The lady calls. The gentleman calls.
Check.
The gentleman wins $501. The gentleman calls. The gentleman wins $332. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls.
Fold.
The gentleman calls. Flop.
I check.
Check, I check.
I check.
I check.
Raise. Man, I'm good.
The gentleman wins $408.
I win.
The big blind is raised to $20.
Boy, I'm shaking. I fold.
Flop.
Raise.
I fold.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $148. The gentleman calls.
Fold.
The gentleman calls.
That's a lot to bet. Check,
I check.
check.
I check.
I raise.
Raise.
I got you.
The madam calls.
Give me the chips.
I fold.
Hey, I'm doing pretty well.
The big blind is raised to $30.
These are real skills.
The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. Flop.
I'm raising. Give me the chips.
Fold.
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 Raise.
I win.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $897. The big blind is raised to $50. The gentleman wins $808.
I fold.
Fold.
I raise it. These are real skills here.
Fold.
I fold.
Check.
All in $182. The gentleman wins $364. Welcome to the Saloon of Amarillo. Big blind is $4.
Raise.
Fold. Fold. I fold.
I'm the winner.
The gentleman wins $24.
Raise.
Fold. Caramba. I fold.
Look out for me.
I fold. Caramba. I fold.
Those chips are mine.
The big blind is raised to $8. The gentleman calls.
Look out for me.
That's it. Those chips are mine.
I fold.
Fold.
I fold.
I fold. I fold.
Raise.
Caramba. I fold.
The gentleman wins $128.
Fold.
I fold.
That's a lot to bet. I fold.
I fold.
Oh, I am
I
shaking.
raise.
I fold. Fold. I fold.
The gentleman wins $48. The big blind is raised to $12.
I fold.
Fold.
Raise.
Fold, I fold. I fold.
I
I
fold.
fold.
The gentleman wins $162.
I fold.
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 Fold, I fold. I'm raising.
Fold.
The gentleman calls. River. All in, $139. The gentleman wins $509.
Fold.
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 The gentleman calls.
Raise.
The gentleman calls. The flop. Check.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $210.
Fold.
Caramba. I fold.
Raise.
I
Fold.
I fold.
Fold.
The big blind is raised to $16. The gentleman calls.
Fold.
The gentleman calls.
I check. Check.
I check.
I check.
I check.
Check.
I check.
That's a lot.
I fold.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $167.
Fold.
I fold. The gentleman calls.
I fold.
I fold.
Check.
The flop.
I check.
Player checks. Turn.
Check.
Fold.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $72.
I fold.
I fold. The gentleman calls.
Fold, I fold.
The flop.
I fold.
I fold.
That's a lot to bet. Raise.
All in with $69.
I should have won. I'm the winner.
I fold.
I fold.
Fold.
I fold.
Fold.
I raise. Fold.
The gentleman wins $209. The big blind is raised to $20.
I fold.
I fold.
That's a lot to bet.
Fold.
Fold.
I check. Check. Player checks. Turn. Check.
Raise.
The gentleman calls. The river.
I raise.
This player is out of money. Has left the table. The gentleman calls.
I win.
Fold, I fold.
Fold.
I fold. Flop. Player checks. Turn.
I'll check.
The gentleman calls.
Raise. I got you.
The gentleman calls.
I fold.
Check. I win.
The big blind is raised to $30.
I fold.
Fold.
Flop.
Check.
Turn.
I check.
Player checks. River.
I raise. Fold, I fold.
The gentleman wins $516.
Wow, I'm
I
shaking.
fold.
Fold.
Check.
I win. Ha!
The gentleman calls.
Wow, I'm shaking.
I
Fold, I
Fold.
fold.
The flop. River.
Oh, what luck.
Man, I am good.
I fold.
The gentleman calls. All in $24.
fold.
Fold, I fold.
The river. The gentleman wins $159. The big blind is raised to $50. The gentleman calls.
I fold. I'll check. I'll check. Hold, I fold.
The gentleman calls.
river.
The gentleman wins $707.
I fold.
The gentleman calls. Flop. Player checks. Turn.
Hold, I fold. Check. I got you.
The gentleman calls.
I knew I was good. I fold.
Player checks.
Race. I knew I was good.
The big blind is raised to $100.
Oh dear, I'm
Fold.
shaking, I'm shaking. Oh, I am shaking. I knew I was good.
The gentleman calls. Player checks. All in with $242.
Man, I'm good. Ah, caramba. I fold. I fold.
The gentleman wins $210.
Give me the chips.
The big blind is raised to $150. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. Flop.
Check.
River. All in $442. Split pot. Big blind is $12. The winner takes $639.
Raise. I fold.
The gentleman calls. The flop.
I fold.
The gentleman wins $66.
I fold. Raise.
The lady calls. Flop. The river. The gentleman wins $491. The gentleman calls.
I raise.
Fold.
Oh, fold.
The gentleman wins $152.
Fold.
Raise.
Flop. Turn. The river.
Give me the chips. I raise.
I fold.
The flop.
I fold.
The gentleman wins $176.
I raise.
Fold.
Flop.
Check.
Turn.
My, I am doing pretty well.
Fold.
I raise.
The miss calls.
I raise. I fold.
The gentleman wins $247.
I raise.
The flop.
Raise.
All in $1,458. The total pot is $2,150. The gentleman wins $440. Big blind is $12. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls.
Raise.
The miss calls.
I check. Fold. Fold.
All in $200. The river.
I win.
Fold. I fold. I check. Fold.
Raise, please. I must fold.
The gentleman wins $114.
Fold.
Fold.
The gentleman calls. The lady calls. The flop. The lady calls. The river. Player checks.
Oh my, I'm good.
Fold.
The gentleman calls. The miss calls.
Check. Check.
Turn.
Check. I check.
Check.
The river.
Check. Oh, fold. Fold.
The gentleman wins $48.
Fold.
Oh my, I'm good. I raise.
Fold.
I must fold.
The gentleman calls.
Check.
Player checks.
Check.
Player checks. The river. All in with $734. The gentleman wins $532.
I raise.
I fold.
I fold.
I fold.
The flop. The gentleman calls. The river.
I raise.
The gentleman wins $307.
I fold.
I fold.
I raise.
Flop.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $84.
Fold.
Fold.
The gentleman calls. The miss calls. The flop.
I check. Check.
All in with $181.
I'm the winner.
The miss calls.
Man, I am good.
Fold.
I raise.
Fold.
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 The gentleman wins $243.
Fold.
The miss calls. The flop.
I raise. Man, I am good.
Fold.
Fold.
I raise.
The madam calls.
Check.
I raise.
Oh,
Fold.
The gentleman wins $264.
Fold.
I raise.
The madam calls.
I fold.
Raise.
I fold.
Turn. The gentleman calls.
Fold.
The madam calls. The flop.
I check. I fold.
The gentleman wins $272.
I raise.
Fold.
All in with 60. Flop. Turn. The gentleman wins $145. The gentleman calls.
I check. I fold.
Raise, please. Sorry, I won.
Fold.
The flop. Turn.
Check, please. I must fold.
The gentleman wins $66.
I fold.
The gentleman calls. The flop.
Raise. I win.
The gentleman calls.
I check. I check.
Check, please. Give me the chips.
The gentleman wins $36.
These are real skills.
Fold.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $18.
I raise.
I fold.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $501. The gentleman calls the flop.
I raise.
Fold.
The miss calls. Player checks.
I check.
All in $1,245.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $18.
Check, please. Fold.
The gentleman wins $36. The gentleman calls. All in with $1,000. Flop. Total pot is $1,390. The gentleman wins $102. The gentleman calls. Flop.
Check, please.
Turn.
Check, please.
All in $102. The gentleman wins $1,390. Welcome to the coal mine. High stakes in this game. Who will own the coal mine? Big blind is $12.
I raise. I fold. Now it's my turn.
The gentleman wins $288.
Raise.
The gentleman calls.
I raise. I raise. I fold. You up against me now.
The flop.
I raise.
Turn.
I raise.
River.
That's a lot to bet.
The big blind is raised to $16. The flop. River.
I fold.
The gentleman calls. The flop.
I fold.
The gentleman wins $80. The gentleman calls.
Raise. Fold. Now it's my turn.
The gentleman wins $395.
Wow, I'm shaking.
The flop.
Raise.
All in with 100 and... Welcome to the lovely town of Lubbock. Welcome to the Saloon of Lubbock. Big blind is $8.
I raise.
I fold.
Fold.
The gentleman calls.
I fold.
Fold.
I check.
Player checks. Turn. Player checks. River.
Check.
The gentleman wins $233.
I raise.
The lady calls.
Those chips are mine.
The gentleman calls.
Oh, fold.
I raise.
Fold.
Oh, that's a lot to bet.
The gentleman calls.
Fold. Fold.
The gentleman calls.
Check.
Fold. I fold.
All in $492. The big blind is raised to $12.
I raise.
I win. Ha ha. Raise.
Fold.
That's a lot to bet. I fold.
I'm raising.
Oh, fold.
The gentleman calls. Flop.
I check.
Turn.
Raise.
River.
Raise.
The gentleman calls. Split pot.
I fold.
Fold.
I raise.
I
Oh,
fold.
goodness. I am Fold. shaking.
fold.
The gentleman wins $66.
Fold. I fold.
I raise.
I fold.
Oh, fold.
Fold.
The gentleman calls. Player checks. The gentleman calls.
Fold.
Turn. River. The gentleman wins $134. The big blind is raised to $16.
I fold.
The gentleman calls.
I raise.
Fold.
The gentleman calls.
Raise.
I fold.
I raise it. I'm raising. I'm raising.
Turn.
I check.
All in $968. The gentleman wins $988.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $511.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well.
Fold.
The gentleman calls. The lady calls. The flop.
fold.
I fold.
The gentleman wins 128. The big blind is raised to turn.
Fold.
Player checks. I win!
Ha ha! Fold, I fold.
Fold.
Check.
Flop.
Check.
Check, I check.
Turn. All in $162. The gentleman wins $354.
Fold.
I check. I check.
I got you.
The gentleman wins $70.
Fold. Fold.
The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls.
Check, I check. I fold.
The gentleman wins $100. The big blind is raised to $30. The gentleman calls.
Fold.
The flop.
Give me the chips.
The gentleman calls.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well.
The gentleman calls.
Check.
Player checks. Turn.
Oh, faith. My
I
God,
check.
it's a lot of bet. Check.
Check, I check. I fold.
All in $502. The gentleman calls.
I raise.
The gentleman calls. The flop.
I fold.
I fold.
The gentleman wins $1,301. The big blind is raised to turn. The gentleman wins $316. The gentleman calls. Turn.
Check. Raise.
All in $1,467. Big blind is $20.
I raise. Fold.
The madam calls.
I raise.
Turn.
I raise. Give me the chips.
The gentleman wins $282. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. Flop.
I check. Give me the chips. Come on.
Fold.
fold.
The gentleman calls. Flop. Player checks. Player checks. River.
I raise. I gotcha.
The gentleman wins $308.
I raise.
Fold. Fold.
Fold.
Flop.
Check.
Turn. The river. The gentleman wins $647. The gentleman calls. The miss calls.
I check.
I check.
I'm the winner. Oh, that's a lot to bet.
Raise.
I fold.
The gentleman calls.
Fold.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $228.
Fold. I raise.
The miss calls.
I raise.
The gentleman calls. Player checks. The gentleman calls. The river. All in $2,395. The gentleman wins $1,297. The gentleman calls. All in with $65. Flop.
Raise.
All in with $522. Total pot is $1,884. The gentleman wins $109. This player is out of money. Has left the table. The gentleman calls. Flop. The gentleman wins $1,285.
I check. I raise.
River. All in with $755. The gentleman wins $991.
Raise.
The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $950. The gentleman calls. The flop.
Check.
All in $1,611.
I fold.
The gentleman wins $30.
Check.
Player checks. Player checks. River.
I check. Fold.
The gentleman wins $109. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. The gentleman wins $439. The flop.
Check. I fold.
The gentleman wins $60. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. River. The gentleman wins $448. The gentleman calls.
Check.
Turn.
Raise.
All in. 400. The river.
Look out for me! I raise.
The gentleman calls.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $436. The gentleman calls. The flop.
Check. Check. Check.
Player checks.
Look out for me!
The flop.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $100. The flop. Player checks. Turn.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $60.
I raise.
The gentleman calls.
Fold.
The gentleman wins $400. The gentleman calls. Flop.
I raise.
Turn.
Check.
The total pot is $2,040. The gentleman wins $1,080.
Oh, that's a lot to bet.
Player checks. The flop.
I raise. Fold.
The gentleman wins $530. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls.
Raise.
The gentleman calls. The river.
I raise.
All in $890. The gentleman wins $1,200.
Fold. I raise.
The gentleman calls.
I raise.
The gentleman calls.
Raise. Hey, I'm doing pretty well. I raise. Hey, I'm doing pretty well.
Big blind is $20. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls.
Check.
Check.
Turn.
I check. Check.
All in with $420. The gentleman wins $470.
I fold.
Race.
Wow, I am shaking.
Look out for me.
The gentleman wins $122.
Fold.
The madam calls. The gentleman calls.
Give me the chips.
The miss calls. The gentleman wins $648.
Fold.
I got you.
Look out for me.
Fold, I fold.
I fold.
Player checks.
Check.
Check.
The river.
I check.
Raise.
I fold.
These are real skills.
Fold, I fold.
All in. $51. Turn. The gentleman wins $122. The gentleman calls.
I check. Check.
Turn.
Check.
Raise.
Fold.
All in. $627. The gentleman wins $1,321.
I got you.
The gentleman calls.
Check. I check.
I check.
Check.
River.
I raise.
The gentleman calls.
I fold.
The gentleman wins $1,563.
I got you.
The gentleman calls. All in $103. The gentleman wins $143. The gentleman wins $1,573.
Look out for me.
I fold.
I fold.
The gentleman wins $103. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. Turn. The river.
What luck?
The gentleman wins $366. The gentleman calls.
Raise.
Fold.
That's it. Those chips are mine.
The gentleman calls. The gentleman calls. The flop.
I raise.
The gentleman wins $508.
Wow, I'm shaking. These are real skills.
I'm doing pretty well.
The gentleman calls. The flop.
I check.
I
I fold.
raise. I'm the winner.
Wow, I'm shaking.
I raise.
I fold.
The gentleman calls.
Check.
The gentleman calls.
river.
The gentleman wins $1,517. The gentleman calls. The flop.
Raise.
Fold.
All in. 139. Turn. River.
I'm the winner.